Now we're moving up. I think part of road mapping is discovery. This is,
Yep.
I think, probably the closest bucket I put for feature prioritization. So how do people think about this? A lot of teams, they want to just build like the shiniest object, right? They have the shiny object syndrome around AI that, okay, well, now that Claude skills are the new thing, now that Claude MCP is the new thing, now that AI agents are the new thing, and they're just running after each shiny object. How do you actually build a good AI product roadmap?
Yeah, look, I think it starts fundamentally with solving hard problems. This is where like this whole AI washing can come into effect. I mean, there's a lot of times where I think about building something and I'm like, are we gonna do a much better job than like ChatGPT out of the box? Like, why would we just wrap that, slap a Pendo logo on it and ship it to a customer? Like, no. And so then it becomes, okay, well, what unique assets, data, context do we have that we could provide that would add something like a step level above what we're doing? And what go back to what problem are you actually solving for end users? So some of our early A bots, I'll show some of them. But we're talking about discovery. Like, what's a part of discovery that's hard? Honestly, just finding which damn customers to go interview and like prioritizing and setting up all the interviews. That's the painful part. Like, you think like PM wants to be a scheduler too? Like, no. One, you got to like figure out who are good people to talk to, for what reasons. You need a thesis around it. You need to go like get on people's schedules. So one of our first takes is like automating that entire workflow so it just gets done for you. That to me seems valuable. It's a hard problem, and it would take literally weeks of work to do. So that's kind of like the types of things that I focus on is like, let's look at something that's a hard problem. It's kind of tedious. No one likes doing it, and let's really obsess there. So yeah, that's kind of how we think of all these AI features and bets. It fundamentally has to go back to that, and it can't just be AI for AI's sake. Oh, we can redo this text. I mean, I always tell teams if I'm just like cut and pasting something and throwing in ChatGPT and throwing it back on our product, like just let them do that versus like that's not a game changing feature. So yeah, I think a lot about that. And then I like what you have around tech debt here. It's like be willing to throw things away that aren't working or like that are already obsolete. This technology is changing so much that like you may try something and you may realize it doesn't work and you're gonna throw it away. Do not hold
Yeah.
on to it. Throw it away. Too often we hold on to something, but we shipped a few features like a year and a half ago that weren't great and we just turned them off. Turn them off. If they're not great, they don't solve a hard problem, people really aren't using them, like turn them off. Like be unafraid because the more stuff you have in your product, the worse the experience is, just by default, right? So I think we have to like be really, really vigilant here. Like, how good is this thing? What's the quality of the problem it's solving? Like what's the retention rate for it, and go from there. And then, yeah, I think having a point of view is really, really valuable. You have this like competitive positioning, strategic technology events. What's Pendo's AI story versus other companies? Are we just following everyone else? Everyone has an agent. We have an agent. I don't want to follow people. I think you'll see that we've kind of taken a different approach in shipping agents per se. That we have this like agent mode. We see it more as a modality, like we're using our products differently, and versus individual agents. Like my vision was while some companies are talking a lot about digital workers, like the AI PM. I fundamentally think org charts are going to be less important in the future. That's my vision. I think what matters in business is like series of workflows. Like how do we get something from idea to customer? That's a workflow, right? And how we operate across that workflow, it's going to be a set of humans and agents working together, coding agents, discovery agents, maybe PRD writing agents, but like it's a workflow that really, really matters. You think about your recruiting in your business. Like there's gonna those are key workflows, and like some of these things you need humans involved. Like, would you take a job, Akash, if you like literally never met a single person face to face?
Of course not.
No. And we hear these horror stories of people hiring people without meeting them face to face, and it turns out that they're working like 6 jobs and whatever, right? So that doesn't seem to pan out in that direction either, right? But would I hire an agent to sift through 1,000 resumes that I got through my inbound portal? Yeah. Like, I don't like doing that. So again, these are all workflows that those are really what matter, and roles are going to blend. But that's our positioning in the market against other folks. Some of our competitors are going to create agents that are going to put titles on them. I know they are, and that's fine. That's their vision for their future. Our vision is going to be different. We're just taking a different tact, but it's all based on. And I think customers then self-select the companies they want to work with based on the alignment of vision, and that's like really how it all works. But that to me, like, all great companies have a strong point of view, and ours has always been, we're a platform first, and we went very, very wide as a company very early while everyone else went deep. We're probably a combination of deep and wide across different areas, but like you'll see our AI strategy is very wide. Like these use cases, workflows cross-cut our solutions. Like, what's fun is what was defined as a product, we're kind of eliminate the lines, which, by the way, is a really hard problem. When you had a product manager owned a product, and now you're telling them to own a workflow that cross-cuts 4 products, that's a different skill, different technology, different stacks you got to learn. But that's, to me, like, if you solve that and nail that well, you're going to have an amazing experience. So
I hope you enjoyed that short clip. You can check out the full episode here.